Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to a high level best of 3 between Baby Marine and Showtime. Here, starting on Old Republic from the most recent Home Story Cup. Oh, look at this cute little interaction that we're starting here immediately. As the first adept went straight across the map, this Reaper is on a jolly crusade here, trying to take out a couple of workers. It's not quite going to succeed. Behind this we do have a bunker plus a single marine in there. Nowadays the most common way of doing this is to go for a double marine, but single marine seems to do it here. Seems to be good enough. Means you're gonna have a slightly faster reactor. The moment the next two marines plus Hellion come out, this adept is going to get pushed back into the direction of the Protoss base. Don't love that Baby Marine is already trying to do that. Okay, there we go. So the general rule is that the Hellion hits the natural at about 318. At least that's the general rule that I have in my head. So your adept wants to be out there at 318. And that means that the SCVs can start mining again. Life is all good in Terran County. Ooh, look at this. Behind this, we're actually going to build a sentry as well. So this is an adept, stalker, sentry, 2-gate opener. I kind of like this out of Showtime. This is much more economical than many of the openers we see. Look at that, 350? Is that the timing here on our third base? It could have been. Definitely had the cash available for it. 345 I think was even possible. I love how this looks. Get our first Stalker Warp in, our second Stalker Warp in, while still having a relatively quick Twilight Council as well. I think this is a really neat little opener that Showtime is using here. Follows it up with a gas. Wouldn't even mind seeing a robotics facility at some point as well. I do wonder if maybe that facility is going to be built after the next round of Stalkers, just to make sure we have enough ready. And of course, a robotics facility is nice to have, but it's not necessary right now. Scout saw no tech lab here, saw no tech lab researching drilling claw, so detection is not necessarily going to be a very big thing here that Showtime needs to think about. 3 Hellions want to go into the natural. Look at this. This is a nice bait. Oh, actually, he should really try to boost this into the main base to trick these Stalkers into following, and then Hellions onto the low ground. I mean, it seemed to be a decent plan. Oh, I also like this. This is such bait as well. So beautiful. We immediately see Showtime realizing that this might be bait, because he has to drop over here. He knows he's going to have blink, so he can probably push this medevac away. Stalkers in the natural. Very well defended. Beautiful movement out of the Protoss player, saying, hey, I know your tricks. I've also got some tricks, and my tricks are having enough units and in the right spots. Follow-up is going to be Forge, Twilight, complete skip on the Robo here. Now, very often, like I said, this is considered to be quite greedy. You really do want that robotics facility for an observer, but if you know that most likely they're not going to be Banshees behind this, I actually don't entirely mind it. The Raven moves across the map right now. We're all the way up to 7 Stalkers. Fort Gas comes in here too. Worker count is already phenomenal here for Showtime, who's going to go into 6, 7, maybe 8 gateways at this point. And honestly, I'm loving it. I absolutely am loving it. Stalkers moving down. 3 Stalkers, by the way. Double volley an auto turret. So if you're curious, hey, how many Stalkers do I need to double volley an auto turret? Well, now you know. You don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to think about it. Laying up, late at night. Have to go to work tomorrow. At your 9 to 5, at your consulting firm, consulting agency, just thinking about it all day, like impacting your work, impacting your relationship with the people around you. It's like, damn, if only I knew how many shots it took to kill an auto turret. The answer is, actually, I don't know if it's 6 shots. I know it's just 2, 3 Stalker volleys. It could also be 5 shots, actually. I'm sure I could have done the math before starting this little rant, but oh well, that is difficult. That's why I became a pro gamer. After all, what do we have over here? 19 Marines, 5 Marauders, Raven on the side. Nice little push out. It's going to have a single medevac. I don't know why it's only 1 medevac. I mean, the second one is coming out right now. It's going to move across the map. Let's take a first-person look here. So, what is the sequence going to look like? We're going to go for an auto turret into the natural. It's not going to work because there's Stalkers there and thus pulls it back. Doesn't even try to build it. At the same time, we have this push going through the middle. Mines are being kind of sprinkled into the ground. Like a farmer throwing seeds around. That's how the Terrans use their mines. A little bit here, a little bit there. Please don't let the birds pick it. That's often what happens. I know I live near farms. Whenever the farmers are putting their seeds in the ground, their plant seeds, or then the birds come and they eat the seeds. That must be very frustrating. It's kind of like a game of cat and mouse, but instead it's a game of bird and farmer, which I think is a much more of an apt description because it's something that actually happens. Like a game of cat and mouse doesn't really happen that frequently anymore, I feel like. At least I never have seen it, but this bird farmer analogy I've seen, I don't know how many times they put seeds in the ground, but frequently at least, because I see it every now and again. I've seen it at least 10 times since I've moved here, like 3 years ago. Okay, what do we have here? +2 coming in. So nice denial there of whatever the hell it was that Baby Marine wanted to try. 5th base coming in immediately as well. Showtime honestly playing an impressive game so far. Like, I think if people were to ask me, hey, what is the best way to play PvZ? I would say, or PvZ. Well, if someone would ask me what's the best way to PvZ and I would show them this replay, I think they would be extremely confused. But yeah, the best way to play PvT, and then specifically against a single gas Reaper opener, I freaking love this opener that Showtime went for here. This looks so solid, and I'm actually just gonna straight up copy it. It looks really, really nice. Kind of simple in its execution as well. He has all those movements down, and now we're what? 9 minutes into the game. We have +2 on the way. We have armor coming in, prism speed as well, and Showtime is ready to start just freaking pounding Baby Marine again and again and again. And I don't think that Baby Marine is going to be enjoying this pounding very much. Some people might enjoy a Showtime pounding, but I don't think Baby Marine is going to right in this moment. 186 supply to 160. 2 on upgrades coming in. 4 more gateways. He went 8 gate, 5 base, double robo, double forge, getting all those gas things. Look at this. He's on freaking 6 gas right now. And he's gonna go hard here. He is absolutely going to be having a great time. Double disruptors coming in behind this as well. More and more gateways, and we're getting this very high gate, quick reinforcement style in which we're also expanding rapidly. Like just finding new areas to explore. And one of the key things is trying to keep this prism alive, by the way. That's really freaking important. Oh, nice. Actually does manage to keep it alive. Another key thing is, this is what I've called the suicide blinks, is when they blink in forward just to snipe a couple of Vikings. So a lot of Protoss at the high level right now believe that losing all your Stalkers to kill Vikings is kind of worth it. So basically, you just blink in with like 10, 12 Stalkers, kill 4 Vikings, then you warp in another 12 Stalkers, and you blink in again to kill like 4 or 5 more. And you just keep doing this, like you kind of rinse and repeat, and you outproduce the starports with your gateways, and eventually your colossus actually are going to be pretty decent. Now, this stops working once the Viking count becomes like 11, 12, 15, or like just a high enough numbers. But against Viking counts where it's like 6, 8, even 10 sometimes, I feel like this type of stuff still works. But you have to be very consistent, and it's very momentum based, right? Because you're not actually taking good trades money-wise, you're taking good trades production cycle-wise. Because you're going to be, warping in a cycle of Stalkers, and there maybe, if they're working off a single starport, they're going to have 2 Vikings, they're working off 2 starports, they're going to have 4 Vikings. So you want to kind of outproduce that with your Stalkers. And because you're mining so much more than your opponent, ideally, it is going to be okay. Oh, here we go. This is a weird looking split, by the way. Holy cow. I would not recommend anyone to do this. Vikings here are just going to pick a side. And the side they pick is the one where they can start blasting the Colossus. 2 disruptor shots coming in right now as Baby Marine is pulling back a bit. Very far forward base here out of Showtime, by the way, with the cannons. Very neat position that he took. I do like that. This is his 6th, by the way. And these cannons, I mean, they're not really, they're not a nexus, but they are part of that 6th base area. So a couple of Vikings here are going to get taken out. But not enough. Fusion core on the way, 2-2 on the way. The moment 2-2 finishes up, I feel like anything that Protoss does at that point, it needs to be analyzed again. You need to just think about everything you're doing in the moment. 2-2 seems like such a key moment in this matchup where the Protoss upgrades are never going to be good enough right now, where it's just going to make a huge difference. Like even if it's 3-3 versus 2-2, I always feel like Terran is kind of okay. Before that, sometimes you have like situations where you can have like 3-1 or 1-2 versus, or like 1-3 versus like 1-1 upgrades. It sucks for the Terran, but it's not going to be the case here. Ooh! Ah. It's not going to go through there, that warp pin. As the Viking count is still decent enough in the air. We have 9 Vikings total against a single Colossus, which is about to die, by the way. Very unfortunate when people lose Colossus. Showtime's built a gateway on the right side as well. Does not want to purely rely on prisms for run-bys, for potential DT attacks. We just saw the Dark Shrine finish up its Shadow Stride, which I think personally is quite interesting. Liberators coming out as well over here. I was thinking about something the other day. Oh, hold that thought. As you're going to actually get a pretty major attack over here. Disruptor shot moving in further forward. Planetary is going to fall. We get a Viking flank. An absolutely insane move here out of Baby Marine. It's kind of working out though. Forcing, like, this was really weird because it felt like the Vikings all should have died, but they stayed alive. Ended up being an okay trade for Baby Marine if he hadn't lost the base. It actually probably would have been a good trade. Supply is favoring Baby Marine as well when it comes to the army supply. I just don't love the content of the army supply necessarily. We have 6 ghosts only, very low Viking count. Liberators are not being pumped out in the numbers that I want to see quite yet. So Purification Nova's coming out. Zealot plus DT running into the natural, and Baby Marine is going to have a split of army to deal with that. I always feel like these types of trades are not great in and by itself. There needs to be something else, and that's exactly what Showtime is doing here. He's going to try to go in. Ship weapon level 2 hasn't finished up quite yet. 14 SCVs going down. Okay, this might have actually been worth it. 3 more CCs as well starting. Oh, God. I guess one of them is on the fort base, but still. Showtime continues expanding towards the left side here, by the way. Nothing on the right except a couple of gateways and pylons, as well as a random Colossus is guarding this ramp. It's been an active game out of Showtime. It's adding in 2 more Stargates here too. I think we might just end up seeing some air weapon upgrades as well. I wouldn't mind it. Second cybernetic score, like these are all things that in a very late game we might just end up seeing. DTs being warped in here, Caduceus reactor on the way too. Yeah. One thing, oh. We're gonna get a fight here? What? I wanna tell my story. Why are these gamers being so freaking aggressive today? Hey, Liberators can hold this left side easy peasy, no? 4 lips. Okay, he's gonna siege up. Fleet beacon on the way. Vehicle weapons now coming in. What the hell is this? It's a misclick? Why not plating first? Is he gonna go Thors? Doesn't make any sense. Plating for the lips and the Vikings would make some sense to me, but like he doesn't have a single unit that's going to benefit from this upgrade. The vehicle weapons level 1. But oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. Couple of ghosts here. Could try and go for a flank. Liberators are well sieged up in this area. Liberators sieging up in this spot as well. Stalker count is not phenomenal. It's not that great. Planetary is going to try to siege up. I like how Baby Marine is doing this. He's going to have such a powerful force over here. Showtime's going to try to sneak into the natural, at least with a couple of Zealots. Liberators are making that a lot harder here right now, as single DT over on the 5th, being annoying as hell. I feel like the left side bases should be in a little bit more trouble. The moment Liberator starts sieging up further forward, it's going to be very tough. We still have 4 lips in this area. That is kind of wild. This is going to get taken out. I'd love to see 1 Liberator, by the way, just covering this this planetary. I think it's almost always a good plan. Gonna need a raise here on the depots is indeed what we're gonna get as the Liberators go back home. And look, immediately Baby Marine splits stuff up and starts moving towards the right side because he's already anticipating a potential rotation towards this area. I mean, this fight is going extraordinarily well here for Baby Marine. I think he might have lost like 3 or 4 supply against all these Zealots. Problem just is the income here. The income is just not looking strong enough. And the way that Baby Marine wins a game like this is by taking an extraordinary fight and then just pushing through immediately. Like, he has quite a decent army. He has a very large army, at least. His ghost count is still only at 6. his Liberator count is very large as well. It makes it harder to take a good fight with Liberators. To take one good fight. It's easier to take good fights over time, but one good fight at once, it's hard to jump an army with this high of a Liberator count. So I almost always prefer pure Ghost Viking in this type of scenario, because it makes it much simpler to kind of meet your win condition. Oh, this time though he's sieging up. Showtime a little bit slow there with the response, as the Liberators do get a couple of kills. Storms being used for zoning. Upgrades for the Tempest coming out as well. Cannons being built absolutely everywhere. We have some random Templar up here. And we immediately get an army split out of Baby Marine as well. And I would love to see a portion of the army just going over here. Yep, I think this is just correct. This is actually just the right move. And here the Liberators are not as useful. I wouldn't mind even using them as just harassment tools. Sending one here, making it hard to deal with. Okay, we're gonna get a big EMP. Top of all of those Templar, that's nice as a start. Big overstim here on a lot of those units. I'm not quite sure why that is. At the same time, Showtime is going to continue pushing in further forward. We'll kill one of the command centers that was building. But this base is freaking toast, as Baby Marine's actual bank is pretty decent. Is chasing into an awkward spot here. Going to get 2 of these disruptors. Might get a 3rd one actually. Now needs to turn back around. Base number 1 here is going to end up falling. Showtime actually in a world of trouble all of a sudden. Switches into Tempest and immediately starts falling apart. Baby Marine should continue his road into this area, I think. That is really what I do believe. He should not be fighting here with 1/5 of his army. This is a terrible battle here for Baby Marine. This is not the type of fight that you want to be taking, because you're actually giving the Protoss player a small army to beat, or at least to trade against. Don't forget, there's still a huge bank here for Showtime. Viking count is looking pathetic. That split was all you've ever wanted in your life, and you finally got it. And then you gave it up like that. You had such a beautiful split. Liberators against Zealots would have been the easiest thing in the world. And now, oh, Baby Marine, he's just sending it. He is sending it. He thinks he's dead. There was no more gas in the bank here whatsoever for Showtime. 0. I don't think this is necessary at all. I really don't think so. I think the split was such a good move. Taking out these topside bases. Like, if you killed this base, this is 2 gas that is mining here right now. Like, Tempest are really slow at pushing into areas because they need vision all the time. Otherwise, it just gets scary against Viking Ghost. There's so much supply just kind of randomly standing around as well. Like, even individual Liberators being sent across the map to harass would be fantastic, as this planetary is taking a serious beating right now. Baby Marine getting ready to try and jump on top of this army. Here comes the flank with the Ghost. It's going to hit some fat EMPs on absolutely everything. This is a good start of a battle. Holy cow. Well executed. No storms available right now. Marauder count is looking good here. That micro was a little bit dodgy, I would say. Colossus going down. Tempest is going to end up falling here as well. Viking count still not quite high enough, as this base will end up dying. I think the problem though is just the lack of Vikings. 6 Tempest still around in the sky. More and more units being warped in, and a lot of those are Zealots. Once more, I really feel like these left side bases should not be allowed to live. I think Showtime probably agrees with that as well. Like, Baby Marine making a huge mistake letting these 2 bases survive for as long as he has. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. Gonna move him forward, get 1 EMP on top of this army. This probe now moves forward to get a Nexus. We've seen that Nexus before. And we're gonna see it again. Oracle still here, 5 base. This is an orbital that has been set up at this point. Vikings are trying their best, but Showtime's actually doing a very good job here with the kiting and the Tempest, and has the Oracle for the vision as well. So we'll obviously see him like throw a couple of revelations on here and then use that vision advantage to shoot his opponent. See, now he's going for a drop again, which is actually the correct move, but he already had it set up earlier. Like, he was doing so freaking well the moment he split up that army against Tempest. Like, Tempest is an army that really wants to be together. People keep forgetting. It's like, that you don't want 5 Tempest on the right, 3 Tempest on the left. No, it's like, you want 5 Tempest and your entire army on one side. That's it. And that is what Showtime is doing here. And he's trying to get these good fights, and he's killing these Vikings. And now once again his army is moving back home, and it's just making matters so much worse here. Baby Marine not being confident in his own calls is what's costing him this game. He created an absolutely playable position for himself, but it is a position that rapidly is falling apart as the ghosts are moving forward. Disruptor is not gonna get sniped. That, once again, a lack of confidence in his own ability to snipe that is what allowed the Disruptor to get that shot off in the end. So, Marauders are falling lower and lower. 2 Medivacs are just idling on the left side at this point. Zealots have been warped in over here as well. Showtime preparing for something there. Saw the Medivacs, was like, oh, maybe it's a drop. It's not a drop. Just two orphaned Medivacs. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. How the hell did Showtime get 8 points already on the board? Wild. As the Zealots now move in towards the natural. I mean, the upgrades for Baby Marine have actually been good. Like 3-2 on air, 3-3 on ground. It's just... like, if you're sitting there taking damage from Tempest over time, you are usually going to end up losing the game. Like, either you need a very high Viking count so you can snipe him, like high Viking Ghost, or you just need to split your army. And he was there. It's so frustrating seeing someone do the right thing, or have like the right idea, and then being too afraid to execute it. It's once more tried to go for a flank. It's like, no, I don't have the time for it. Let me just go here big time. And this is like the 5th desperation attack that we've seen. And I feel like the first time he did this desperation attack, he shouldn't have been as desperate as he was. He was actually in a fine playable position. But Showtime is going to pick up game number 1 here on the Old Republic. It's always frustrating when you see the underdog put on like a good performance in a late game and then just barely not capable of edging it out. Like that game didn't look close, maybe, to some people, because you're like, oh, Showtime still has a 4K bank. It's like all minerals, you know? The moment you're playing these air styles and you run out of gas, you might as well be freaking broke. Like, you're not defending your Tempest with freaking Zealots. You're defending them with Stalkers, with Templar, maybe with an Archon. You need Oracles. Like, Showtime had like 100 gas or something. When we had a beautiful army split, I cannot get over that stupid army split, that he pulled it back. What a blunder. Also, the Liberators could have harassed. Oh, so many missed opportunities. So many missed opportunities. But I always say, a missed opportunity is also a moment to learn. If you want more wisdom like this, be sure to sign up to my live masterclass. For a small price of 2,500 euros, I will be explaining everything to you about life in a weekend. You have to still pay your own hotel and your tickets into the convention center. And I'll be standing in one of the hallways giving you my masterclass. So be sure to sign up in local convention centers in your neighborhood. All right, what are we doing? Stalker, Twilight Council. Stalker is a wild move as well. He scouted double gas and this is what he went for. So why do I say this is a wild move? Well, the problem that I often have with Stalker is against multi-Reaper openers, okay? This is multi-Reaper openers and multi-level marketing. To me, have never brought anything good except depth and probe losses. We know that at Twilight Council, like, the problem is that you need batteries in both bases when you don't have adepts. Because Stalkers are so freaking bad at killing Reapers. They're good at not dying to Reapers, but they suck at killing them. That's the problem. He's actually just moving so aggressively across the map right now. I think Showtime doesn't believe that this really was going to be a multi-Reaper play. Showtime thought this was going to be a run-of-the-mill, maybe single Reaper, single Hellion. This was a really nice micro, by the way. What the hell? Dude. This is so well done. This is so well done. Very neat control here coming out of Baby Marine. It's going to sadly need to repair some of these cars, but getting 2 Stalker kills for free like this. Showtime, look at that. Punching in those panic batteries right now. Oi, oi, oi. We're getting 2 more freaking Reapers, by the way. This is 5 Reaper, 3 Hellion. This is not even a build. Oh, no. He's not even playing a build. He's floating 300 gas as well. What the hell? It's going to follow this up, I think, with a tank 3 Rex. 5 Reaper, 2 Hellion. We have a single Stalker in the main. Second Stalker's about to show up, dude. If the Reapers actually go in there, that would be bananas. Okay, here come the Reapers. Oh my god, they're just gonna go straight up jump this Stalker, aren't they? Hell yeah. Stalker comes in, triple Hellion. Look at that beautiful flank here onto those probes. As I do not believe This battery is going to be enough. Oh, we get to jump into the main, which would have been good if there wasn't a battery. But there is a battery. Hey, it's still okay, because with 4 you usually can 2-volley if you kind of sync up the shots. And this wasn't the greatest syncing of the shots. Still, 9 workers. I think got 1 more stalker here as well. Follow-up is going to be clean too. What is our overall infrastructure? What's it looking like? We have 2 gateways. We have a single robotics facility. Yeah. Look, I'm going to keep it a $150 with you guys. This is not looking great necessarily for showtime. It's not looking awful. But I feel like he's going to be not understanding what the hell's going on. Look, he wants to take a 3rd base. My dear friend, you don't want to be taking a 3rd base right now. What you want in life... Ooh, he's a snipe on this tank. Oh, that was a terrible blink. Oh no, and so unnecessary too. He already was getting that tank and now he's going to lose all of his stalkers for it. I did not like the game very much before this. I freaking hate the game. For our good friend Showtime right now. We get a starport behind this. We get a new tank out and we're going to get a Marine Marauder move out. Or I can only imagine. Okay, I mean, with 2 stalkers, you're never going to kill this. We actually get a flanking move here as well. Oh my god. This is going from terrible to extremely terrible. To the highest level of terrible. Oh, I want to kill those unbuildable plates and decided, you know what? Maybe instead of hitting those unbuildable plates... Oh, I could just win this game by moving out. As Baby Marine wins game number 2 by tricking Showtime to blink on top of his tank. Our final game will be on Tourmaline, which is going to be a beautiful little map here. Single gas opener out of Baby Marine. I'd be shocked if this is a Reaper. Oh, he's even going to go high ground CC, I think. Does that fit here? Shoot. Look at this. This is it. Oh no, I put it on higher. It's hard though on these maps because there's so many good cannon rush spots. They put like some weird doodads absolutely everywhere. So then sometimes you can build in certain locations despite it looking like you can build it. Just to block my freaking cannon rush. It's extremely frustrating. And they still missed 1 or 2 spots, by the way, in the... They're very keen on stopping cannon rushes from happening. So they have like all these little... Like they'll put like stones like this. Well, no, like this maybe. And then you can't build there. And it's really freaking frustrating. To stop the cannon rush. Like also this, you cannot build on this. But people can still move through it. It's annoying as hell. There's going to be a proxy starport for a Hellion drop, most likely. Showtime scouted single Marine. Saw no low ground CC, so knows that it's going to be something where it's going to be a fast factory. Like 100 out of 100 times. You don't go Marine Reactor and then high ground CC. No one does that. You go Marine Factory, then you play high ground CC. So, much faster factory. Starport goes down immediately. First 2 cars are going to come out as we populate the gas over here in the main base as well. I wonder if Showtime realizes what is going on though. I mean, he sees Hellion at least. Like, Reactor always starts with Hellion. And the next question is obviously going to be, is it going to be 4 Hellion? Or is it going to be 2 Hellion into 4 mine drop? And that is something I don't necessarily think Showtime can actually consistently figure out here. Okay, that Marine is cooked. Ooh, wow, Adept is almost going to get cooked, but not quite. He's going to need to start repairing this thing right now. It's frustrating because it might take longer than he wants. Yeah, needs to pull a second SCV here to repair this. Oh, it's not using it to repair. Still needs to pull a second SCV to repair this. It's going to be a little bit late otherwise. It's going to be a little bit late. Medevac coming out. Pylon now being built over here. We have a robotics facility in the wall. We have 2 more gates in the wall as well. So it's going to be a 3-gate type of vibe. Oh, Adept's just barely missing this. Two Adepts move into the main base. I really wonder how this is going to work out. There's almost nothing here defensively. It's not hitting very tight, by the way. Oh, he's also going towards the north side. But if you wanted to go to the north, you should have built your starport over here. You would have hit much harder. Like, now there's going to be 1 extra warp-in available. That's the reality of things. This warp-in is going to come in like 3, 2, 1, and boom. Get 1 more stock. We get a full pull away immediately. So the goal usually with a build like this is to get anywhere between... between like 9 to 12 workers or so. Like, I always feel like at 9 it's kind of okay for Terran, because it's a very serious investment for Hellions and a medevac, proxy starport. This was not good though. Also doesn't keep anything alive, which makes it even worse. Tank is now coming out, starport is flying back home, second barracks on the way, but I mean, this is just such a bad situation. And behind this, we're actually moving into I think it's a 3-gate blink. You could make a case for adding in a 4th gate at this point. Like, this is hitting tight as hell, despite what should have been a difficult early game. There's nothing in the main base either. We just have 2 tanks on the low ground. Means the main base is completely open. And if there's one thing that Showtime hates, it's open main bases. It disgusts him. And he often just kills people that have an open main base. They're like, yo, I'm not down for that. What's wrong with you? Open main base? Crazy? Look at him. He's so careful here with the Stalker movement too. Now he's going to get vision with his Observer soon, so it's going to be even easier for him to figure out where the hell he can and cannot move. And he's kind of being pushed out of this main base, but honestly, at this point I think this game is... I don't want to say it's over. It's going to be extraordinarily tough here for Baby Marine to come back. Like, these Stalkers are just having such a good time over here. Just running around, shooting stuff. Marines trying their best, but there's only 5 of them, and there's 6 Stalkers. 2 Stalkers are going to end up dying here. Sorry, 3 Stalkers are going to end up dying here. But 16 SCVs have gone down at the same time. Oh my good lord, what a terrible blink forward here out of Showtime. Loses 2 more Stalkers. Charge is on the way. Oh, I think Baby Marine is actually just going to push out right now, but he has no Marine count whatsoever to speak of. And he has a decent tank count. Well, decent, he has a very good tank count. He has 4 tanks. He's going to go for this push out. Starts a 3rd CC behind this as well. Kind of leapfrogging forward. There's going to be 8 gateways, or yeah, 8 gateways, charge. We already have a very good count of Stalkers as well. Like, this is not a joke count. This is 10 Stalkers, which should be good enough to kill, I don't want to say a tank, but definitely a bunch of Marines. And if there's no Marines, you warp in like 4 Zealots. Usually it's pretty much game over. Okay, 1 more Stalker is going to end up falling, so that brings this number back down to 8. SCV is now being pulled out as well. I mean, this is... The Stalker micro hasn't even been that good, if I'm being real honest here. Like, in the main base it was good, but here it hasn't been. Zealot flank or Zealot run by comes in. I think at this point, honestly, Baby Marine could just leave the game. And I wouldn't blame the fella. I would not blame him. It's like, he is not going to be winning this game, let me tell you that much. The moment you see 6 Zealots entering your natural, and you barely have 7 Marines. It's like, alright, no stim, no combat shield. It's gonna be a tough freaking fight. GG gets called indeed. Showtime wins the series with a 2-1 score after a long and good game number 1. 2 fast ones for game 2 and 3. I hope you all enjoyed it anyway. And I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thanks, and adios.